Yeah, you're tuned into the Combat Jack Show, thecombatjackshow.com. Part 2 of this massive episode.
I just need to know if I can curse up here.
You can curse as much as you want, man.
You can make up curse words here.
All right.
Fuck you, bird.
So I'm excited now.
Yo, internets, it's no secret that, we'd be having Joe Budden in here, for this episode. Joe Budden.
Is up, man.
Welcome to the Combat Jack Show.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on with you, man?
What's not going on?
What's not going on with you?
Shit.
Tell me what's not going on with you, man.
There's always some shit going on with me.
Yo, man, you keep shit going on with you, though, B.
God does it.
Huh?
I get into this shit by mistake.
By mistake?
Yeah, I swear I don't plan it.
But you doing something right? Well, even when you're doing something wrong, it ends up being right. Am I right?
Well, I know how to rap. So.
And that's where it starts. Well, I mean, that's where it starts. First of all, you're an emotional, a passionate, and a profound lyricist.
Thank you, Dallas.
You helped form Slaughterhouse.
You better fucking believe it.
All right. I mean, that's how you brought me to your sound. I mean, and not only that, but I mean, you were doing your thing. You didn't need me to be part of your wave. All right, doing your thing. But when you combine with these other parts,
for a lyrical beast,
you became greater than Joe Budden.
Yeah, and I think that applies for each of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Each of y'all parts, 4 100s became 600.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So it's like, that's really just lyrical swordsmen all, helping each other sharpen their swords. But then even then, when that window opens up, you fucking crowbar some another shit into your shit.
Another shit, man.
And I mean, just keeping your life in continuity with your music, keeping your relationships kind of in continuity with your music. That's dangerous. That's courageous. That gives people so much access to you.
Yeah, what they gonna do with it?
Well, where are you at? What do you have left for you? What prophecy do you have left for you? Where can Joe Budden, separate himself?
Do you understand?
Really
hold on for a second.
I do understand.
This is Joe Budden.
Yes.
Joe Budden.
I do understand.
Joe Budden gives you an entry into his life so deep.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That where does he go to back you the fuck up?
To retreat.
I've sacrificed mine to gratify you with the rhyme. It's not about me. It's a real selfless act. To better be able to understand the music. You have to kind of have to, because it's so personal and because it's so introspective, you kind of would have to have some idea of the man. So whether it be social networking, whether it be VH1, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Def Jam, Twitter, like whatever it is, you just have a better feel of the music, having a better understanding of me.
Now, I understand that's your position, but I think a lot of contemporary artists, the more that the audience gets to know them, the more they lose. Because I think the audience
they're fake.
Yes. or just some part of them is flawed, but there's something about your flaws that keeps people interested in what the fuck is Joe Budden up to right now.
Well, you gotta accept your shortcomings. I mean, we all human first, especially before we're rappers, before we're bloggers, before we're whatever we are. So and I accept mine and I put them on the forefront. Any of my shortcomings, anything wrong with Joe Budden, you've probably heard from Joe Budden,
right? Exactly.
Rather than anywhere else, and to me that just comes along with being a real nigga. I mean, It's really even way back when I started doing Joe Budden TV, and everybody was like, "Oh, you putting a camera on your girlfriend?" Like I always took it as like the music is so honest, like I can take advantage of that.
Right.
Like you can put a camera on me anywhere in the universe. We can put an interview where we can talk about nothing is taboo.
When you taking a shit?
Well, I probably wouldn't do that.
All right.
Because it probably wouldn't come out.
Favorite strip club meal?
Yeah. What is it? Depending on what strip club.
Okay.
But I can always do a chocolate cake and some milk in a strip club. strip club food is underrated, bitch.
Really? Is it underrated?
It is. You have some people who
Even
are like,
the buffet?
oh my God, you eat at the strip club? And then some people are like, yeah, it's real nigga. Yeah.
I mean, some people here think this is going to be like butt nachos.
So where can you find the best sushi? What sushi can you find?
You know what's fun? I don't think I've ever seen sushi at the strip club.
That's the shit. So listen, your new album's called No Love Lost.
No Love Lost, February 5th.
Tell us about that title, man.
No Love Lost just speaks to, this June will be 10 years since I put my debut album out. Boy, it's flown. Time is flown.
10 years, yes, sir.
Yeah, fucking And it's been a roller coaster. It's been a turbulent ride, but no love lost just speaks to, I'm not angry at anybody.
You're not
today. I'm not mad at a fucking song. I'm in such a good space.
But it sounds a little confrontational, no?
Well, if it does, I don't intend for it to be that way.
So you're letting go.
Yeah, it's a real serene title.
Right.
Yeah, I don't mean for it to sound confrontational at all.
Right. Now, there's mention that this is a new Joe Budden.
Is it?
I mean, I'm asking you.
Well, shit, other people would be able. You know what? I've done all these fucking interviews, and everybody has kind of made mention of I seem a lot more zen-like and peaceful or happy.
Well, this is the first time I'm meeting you,
no. See, but you know what? What's difficult for humans is it's tough for us to. We never get to look at ourselves.
Right.
It's always we're always on the inside looking out, which is why I'm actually anxious for this TV show to come out so I can really look at me.
Damn, we didn't really talk about that. Okay,
we're gonna talk about it.
Talk about it.
But damn, now you made me lose my fucking train of thought.
No.
You were saying that's why you can't wait to see the TV show because you're gonna be looking at.
Oh yeah, we never get to look at fucking look
ourselves,
at
our actions, our reactions.
Yeah. So throughout the years, I've been an emotional fucking creature. I've been angry at people. I've dissed people. I've come at people. I've fucking cursed people out. It's been my fans have really watched me mature in this fucking process.
How old were you when you came in the game, man?
Well, shit, I signed at 21.
Okay, so and that's really young, man.
I signed at 21, was on mixtapes at 20, put an album out at 23. There was no shelf. It all happened very fast.
Right.
Like extremely fast, which is why I deal with a lot of jokes today. People say, hey, "You old fuck, you got to be 40 years old." No, I was just really young.
Yes,
really young. So
in the past, man, what used to get you upset? What used to tick you off, man?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, probably
the sun,
probably so.
The rain.
No, I like the rain. The rain is sexy.
Give us an example in the past of some shit that really
politics pissed me off.
The music
politics.
There's nothing
would piss
but
me off.
politics in the music industry,
and I had to come to learn that.
Right.
So
what kind of politics, for example, man?
Shit.
Obviously, I mean,
let the man talk. What kind of politics?
Right.
I mean,
when did I become your fucking agent?
Yeah, I got to cut Dallas a check. No, but I mean politics as far as when you're 21 and you come in the game, you don't know the process behind retail and an album getting in stores. You don't know what it takes to get your record spun. You don't know what it takes to get a video played. You don't know about image. You don't know about what the execs are telling you to do so you can be hot out there. And it's just a lot of fuck shit that you don't know. And as a young nigga who has always just been a fan of the culture, to come in and find out that fucking Freddy Krueger is behind all your dreams, it's like it's a revelation of sorts. And I'd had absolutely no problem and no filter in letting people know how I felt about it.
Right. Tell us about I understand that you've had like a interesting childhood, like growing up. You grew up in Jersey and I understand that there's been a lot of things going on in your past, like emotionally, drug abuse. Tell us, you've spoken about it, but what were the things that you were going through?
I mean, my two demons are real simple: drugs and depression.
Right.
They go hand in hand with one another.
Right. What kind of drugs, man?
All of them.
All of them.
Every drug. It's not a drug I haven't tried.
Right.
Maybe Special K. I don't know.
You're not sweating. You didn't pop a Molly.
You're not sweating right now.
I popped Molly's before.
Okay.
So the thing I hear though, man, like about depression or mental issues is that a lot of us, particularly in the black community, we don't address it. But what we do is self-medicate. So in a sense, do you think you were self-medicating? When things would get too hectic and you just kind of wanted to pull away completely?
Well, if I were examining myself, I'd probably call it that. But I'm an addict. I can't do a little bit of anything.
Right.
So no, I just did a lot of fucking drugs because I don't know how to not do.
I think it's admirable that you're saying that you're an addict, because one thing I hear about addiction is even if you're clean, you have to admit that you're an addict.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Now, have you gone through anything like 12 steps or anything with regard to your addiction?
No. I've been through 12-step programs.
How was that, man?
Well, I mean, shit, it saved my life.
Right.
Saved my life.
Was it cathartic? Was it difficult? Did you fight back? Were you angry about it?
No, only because I knew I had a problem.
Right.
If you don't know you have a problem.
Now, where do these problems come from, man? What do you have?
It's just genetics.
Right.
It's genetics. My mom has done drugs. My father's done drugs. My whole father's side of the family is probably still on drugs.
Right.
My whole family is nuts.
Right. Now, how do you feel about your family and in these issues and you inheriting that, man?
Well, shit, I thank God. I think my family is large. My family's supportive. My mom has 25 years clean today. My father has 21 years clean today. I mean, my family's been there. Like, they were the people that kind of prayed me through it all.
Right. So you guys can talk to each other and really understand. It's not like your father's telling you something like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through.
Oh, no, they understand.
Right.
They understand because they've been there, which is how they're able to give me the advice and help that I need.
Now, and better yet, he's not telling you shit fucked up like, listen to me.
That too.
Now, in the past, we've had our own therapists come to this show because we had interpersonal issues and we felt that we needed that.
Get out of here.
Now, we had a therapist in here.
That sounds like a good show.
Now, as a matter of fact, you need to go back and check it out. It's the therapy episode. But have you gone through therapy, man?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Are you still in therapy?
I'm about to go see another therapist.
Yo, applaud this man.
Yeah.
You know what? People hear the word therapy, right?
Applaud this man.
People hear the word therapy. Well, a lot of people, I'll say, and immediately become offended.
Right.
Yeah. Thinking that something is wrong. Like, therapist, what the fuck I need? Listen, I never shy away from help.
Right.
Yeah.
Never. I love therapists.
That's rare. That's rare in the black community. In the black community, therapy is
taboo.
worse.
It's taboo.
It's worse than having like having a fucking club foot or having even having an arm amputated. Maybe your arm got cut off because you did too much hair on or something like that. Therapy is.
I've seen therapists, psychiatrists, youth house, rehab.
So
detox,
do you enjoy your therapy
jail.
sessions, man?
You run fucking circles around these people.
No, I don't.
It's enjoyable for me.
Yeah, see, he I see
it's just
Budden
good to talk to people. I like talking to people.
You like fucking with people's heads. I see you in therapy fucking with these people, and after the therapy session's over, they all smoking.
But you know what, Joe? You said it earlier, man. You said you're looking forward to this TV show because you want to see yourself in terms of how you act, your actions, your reactions. And isn't that really what therapy is? Like, stop blaming everybody for what's going on. Stop blaming people for why you're upset or why you're acting a certain way or why these things keep happening in your lives with different individuals.
Yeah, it's self-assessment.
Right.
Definitely.
So at this point, man, what has changed about you with therapy?
Shit. Everything. My entire outlook. My it's not one thing not one characteristic that I possess today that's not different from 10 years ago or 5 years ago. And especially when something about when I hit 30, everything just kind of brightened up a little bit.
Shifted.
I got a whole new, I walk different, talk different.
That's good.
My outlook was different. I just wasn't beat for the bullshit, which is why, you know what, when you say Joe Budden has to give some type of fuck, I care about what I care about.
Right.
The list is just very short, which is how I'm able to maintain.
Right.
Because I'm psycho. Like, other rappers, they just pretend to be crazy. Some of us are really, really crazy.
Right.
And you got to monitor that shit. And if I was to go around caring about all of this shit, I'd lose my fucking mind out of here.
So we talked about Def Jam. How was it, man, when you signed years ago and you had that hit? And everybody was listening to Joe Budden, man, and you were the name coming out of everybody's mouth.
The question
Actually,
I really
the
want,
name ever coming out of everyone's mouth was Joe Budden's.
Joe Budden.
The question you want to ask Joe really is, what advice would you have for a kid like Trinidad James?
Well, let's get to that.
Who just gets signed to Def Jam and looks at a $2 million package? What could you say to him to help him get through that time that you had to go through without a coach, raw?
Did he really get signed?
That's what the news was reporting. A $2 million package
$2
for
million.
him.
Yeah, no, I read it.
2.7 now. Just in a little time, it just became 2.7 million.
I find that interesting that somebody got signed in the fourth quarter like that. That's pretty ill. But
what do you think? That was money to blow?
Listen, I'm on my business today. Like today, like.
You rather talk about your shit.
If it doesn't alter my life at all, like, congrats to him. Good for him. Good luck.
Good luck.
And that's really it. So whereas, like, back in the day, I'd have been up here on a cursing friend. What the fuck? Yeah, but I don't. It makes me no difference at all. Today, no love lost.
Right. So getting back to that, man, you got the hot record, right? Did you think that shit was ever going to end?
I mean, I was very naive. I was very young, very naive, very impressionable, and very open-minded.
Right.
So, I mean, I did a lot of listening to a lot of different people, and I was willing to just see, just see where it went. And naturally, you're that age. Your idea of the music business. Like I said, I didn't know very much.
And none of us know. Like initially.
Yeah, I didn't know very much about it. Hey, Just. I didn't see you over there.
Just Blaze.
So, see, I was kind of learning on the fly back then, and I learned on the fly until it was fucked up.
What happened?
Oh well, shit. My version. Because, I mean, you'll never really know.
Yeah, what's your version?
You never really know what happened. There's a new regime went over there, and we didn't really see eye to eye. Me and that new regime. And it was probably best to part ways. I was famous without a dollar in my pocket, with absolutely no outlet of releasing music.
Now, was that right at time for the second album?
Yeah.
For the growth?
Yeah, second album.
What was the experience like the first time around? With the initial regime?
It was cool. Well, I mean, I loved Kevin. I mean, I loved Kevin, loved Leor, and the support that they gave me. You know, I thank those brothers to this day. I might have thanked them in my album now, just for giving me the opportunity. No matter how it went, like just for the opportunity, I'm forever grateful.
So where you are right now, man, is there any personal thing that you're still holding from that?
Not at all. Not at all.
Everything is good.
Hell yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, no, I couldn't live with that. That would be a horrible way to live. You just wake up with all those resentments and. But
when you were in the middle of it, you were resentful.
Well, hell, oh shit, fuck yeah, you better believe it. Right. Which is why I could see how I came off pretty angry.
Right.
Pretty volatile. Mm-hmm. Not today.
Have you had conversations with any of these people that you dealt with back in the day? Recent conversations?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
So if you've seen somebody that you pissed off back in the day, what would you tell them right now?
Oh, I'd apologize.
Right.
I'd apologize immediately.
That's great, man. Yo, you so fucking zen right now. Man.
I apologize. Yeah. Actually, on my album now, I apologize to anybody who may have felt that I owed them one. Anybody, whoever it is. I'm not with the bullshit today.
Right. You're one of the first artists publicly, like on your level, public artists, to really embrace social media. How did that come so naturally to you, man?
Oh, because I was at Def Jam. Again, everything goes back to Def Jam. I learned everything at fucking Def Jam. Because I was at Def Jam as a 21-year-old who didn't know very much about what was what, and I wasn't a street nigga, so I wasn't on the corner. I needed to have some type of idea of what kids liked and what kids thought. So I was online in 99 and 2000.
Message boards and the whole nine.
Everything. I was online, and I went to Def Jam and I said, we probably need to pay some attention to these website nerdy niggas.
You saw the trend before
early. They didn't give a fuck about that.
Right.
They spent absolutely no money on new media at all. Right. They skipped that shit in a heartbeat.
You might have been the first.
There you go. You back on.
I was gonna say you might have been the first, besides myself, who I actually used to see actively,
typing,
on the internet, and typing and being in the message boards. Because we didn't have blogs back then or nothing like that.
Yeah, no.
Social media.
Yeah, message boards and forums. Yeah.
That was my street. That was the streets for me. Mm-hmm. Right. So then I could take that information and take it to the label. Like, no, maybe we should try this, or maybe we should do this, because I really just didn't know shit. And I just always, even when it was time to do the second album, and I had no way and no means, I was like, let me go to where I always been. Let me go online. And I just never left.
But the flip side about being such a public person is that the social media can be a hurtful place as well. People say whatever. Like, does that affect you, man? Like, because people be saying some real fuckboy shit.
Yeah, but I don't
online.
give a fuck.
You don't give a, you really don't give
a fuck.
no
fucks?
You give no fucks at all.
You have to give again, at least a small percentile of a fucks.
These people alter my life absolutely not.
So you do a record, and you're real happy about a record, and somebody says the shit sucks. You absolutely feel nothing?
Nothing at all.
How? Because I don't even read the negative shit. that people say, but I'll start reading a sentence, something like that. I said, I don't want to read this.
Why, though?
Because I don't like reading that shit.
That's interesting.
I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I think I fight negativity on a constant basis. You know what I'm saying? So to let something into my mind or into my life, I don't want that to affect my outlook or my view or whatever. I'm one of those people where if you say 9 good things about me and then you say one negative thing, that shit is going to stick.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite.
Right.
Like I have extremely thick skin. I take criticism well.
Right.
So I mean, depending on where it's coming from and how it's delivered, I have no problem with someone telling me, "Hey, that song is whack. Hey, your flow here." Like that fan criticism is a lot of what helped me to be the rapper I am today. But what if it's not coming from fans?
See, that's
But then it really shouldn't matter.
Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind.
Right.
Those people, they don't know me, and I don't know them. I could give 2 fucks about what they think.
That's real commendable. That's super commendable because I'm not that thick skinned. I really care not to the point that I'm gonna change my life, but I still care what people say. You know what I'm saying?
Why though?
Because I don't know. I take pride in my work. You know what I'm saying? Like
This has to be a new
that should
Joe
be all
Budden.
that matters.
Right.
Because
Yeah, but you can still take pride in it.
Right.
the Joe Budden that people love, that people are attracted to, is the person that takes criticism, that gets criticism, and holds that to the heart, and like uses that energy. So that's what I feel about you, Budden. That you get criticism, but you use that as fuel. You don't use it to pull you behind, but you use it to say, oh, really? You don't think I got a jump shot? Boom. Fuck with this. You don't think I can do something? Boom. Here. Whereas when people say, oh, man, you was crazy, man. You the illest. You ain't fucking with those people.
Well, yeah, no, I'm who wants to see that old bunch of fucking compliments all day long? That's no fun. That's not even entertaining.
Now, what do you think people learn? What do you think people learn about you though? In terms of your presence online, what do they learn?
Not very much,
right?
Not very much, because I mean the interesting thing is that as transparent as I am, I don't lend very much of the person that my friends and my family know. Like it's a lot of fuck shit with me,
right?
Like it's a lot of just entertainment, sense of humor, bullshitting around, just.
So you get the big joke, you're in on the big joke,
pretty much,
whatever that joke is.
Yeah, pretty much. It's never. And I have very few serious moments. I lend very few of my beliefs, my personal beliefs. Those kind of things I don't lend too much online.
So let's go to this recent incident, this alleged purported recent incident where you were doing a show and an individual was tweeting about the show.
Yeah, I kicked that hoe out.
And you kicked her out. Now that kind of
that's giving a fucks.
That's giving
a single fucks. Maybe not 2 fucks.
That's giving a boot.
Walk us through that.
Y'all are totally wrong.
Tell me what that.
Totally
walk
wrong.
us through that, man.
I live in. You control what you can control.
Yes.
And what your pound was over, your pound was over. Mm-hmm. I'm in my hotel room prior to the show. I'm on Twitter, my Twitter, just reading shit. Mm-hmm. And naturally, this girl's she was on my timeline, and it apparently became a frenzy.
And she was adding you?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So she wanted to get your attention, because whenever I add somebody, I'm trying to get their attention.
Well, most of those people want attention.
Right.
So I go to the girl's timeline, and she had been going on for about 6-7 hours straight.
And what was she saying, man?
What wasn't she saying?
Right. Tweet stalking?
She posted a picture of some what the caffeine pills. So I'm gonna need to stay awake at this Joe Budden concert. She was,
and this is before the show.
Pump it up, Joe. Way before the show.
All right.
Way. She was going at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Her boyfriend was a huge fan.
Okay.
Huge fan. He had no idea that she was tweeting this shit, right. And that's how she ended up at the show, because she was going with her boyfriend.
She didn't want to go.
She never said she didn't want to go.
But she was tweeting like
she was bashing me for hours.
Okay.
So I saw it, and again, having thick skin and thinking this is hilarious, I was going to put the bitch out from the stage. Just because I would have had a blast, and I would have got the biggest laugh out of that. But security...
In terms of having her explain herself? Or,
no. Get the fuck out.
Right.
From the stage. You, bitch. Because the thing is, people don't think... I guess people think because people have notoriety that they don't ever read these things. Even if they at you.
Right.
And if you respond, holy shit, oh, you responded to me. You blocked me. I'm ill. Like I got you. I don't really get the logic there.
That makes no sense.
I don't get the logic.
It's like, it's just like you reach and you reach and you reach and you pry and you crack your jokes and you say whatever you're gonna say. Just to get in, when I finally respond to it or acknowledge it, even if it's me dismissing you,
you celebrate.
Yeah, it's like you're happy now. It's like, is your life that meaningless?
It's meaningless. Yes, that's exactly how I process it. So she was gonna get her. She was gonna get her shine. I was putting that hoe out from the stage. But security was pussy.
How did you locate her though? How did you know? How did you locate her in the audience?
Well, shit. She the dressing room. It was weird how they had it, but apparently we had walked right by her.
Okay.
And she was a light skinned girl. She was on her Twitter letting somebody else know how to find her. So she said
basically Foursquared herself. And Combat, you know,
wait.
You know how Foursquare works.
Did she have tweet pics? Twit pics? I mean, how were you able to identify the actual
GPS?
She described her entire outfit to a T.
What she was wearing.
She Foursquared her shit.
No, but she said what she
put
was
herself
wearing.
out there. Long story short, she put herself out.
Like how you use Foursquare, Combat.
So when you saw
when you're
her,
at Fleischer's
when
Deli,
you recognized the dress or
I was in my dressing room. I told once I learned that security wouldn't let me put her out from the stage.
Right.
I was like, all right, well, shit, then fucking, hey, just get her out.
Right.
And it was really just that simple to me. I had no idea it would be like this big uproar.
Well, I mean, once again, though, you're in the public light. And whenever you do something that is slightly left or right or just off center, people are going to feed into that.
Okay.
And honestly, how ill is it how ill is it to show people that women in real life, there are fucking repercussions for what you do digitally. Not getting fired from your job, but honestly, disrespecting people in a digital realm. In real life, no, I don't want your energy. I don't want your negative energy in my space now.
See, to me, yeah, and that's exactly what it was. Like, I'm in Oakland. People have traveled a long way to be at this show. Like, I'm not really beat for you and your negative shit. That's one. Two, again, referencing something I said earlier, I'm really crazy. So the second that I'm reading this stuff, all the thoughts going, I could have had this bitch beat the fuck up. Right. Like, I could have had a whole bunch of things.
You had options.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, had I really been disturbed and fucking bothered here, but you know, it's never that serious. Just you get the fuck out and we'll call it a day.
Was she
See, I don't think that's not having thick skin. She was very apologetic, and that's what always gets me. In person, in person, these people never stick to their fucking words. I've never seen it. Never. Not one fucking time.
One time, I gave one of them. I gave a crab the light of day or the time of day.
Crab, I haven't heard that in a while.
I love crab.
I like that word.
And I engaged it, and I went back and forth with him just to dispel his points. And then it got very personal.
Right.
Or on his end, you know, trying to take personal shots. I randomly am in Willowbrook Mall on a random.
That's how God works.
And this dude comes up to me, and he's like, hey, you know, I just want to take a picture with you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm entertaining him. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm such and such from Twitter. And, you know, brought it back up, and I'm like, wait, that was you? And he was like, yeah, man, I just wanted to get your attention. And I'm just like,
what kind of fuckboy shit is that?
Yeah.
But that's what happens.
That's what
most
happens
of the time.
on a daily basis.
And then they apologize.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, yo, but you would get the same reaction and the same engagement if you just said hello.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, or I love such and such record or whatever. Just say hello.
Right.
And you'll get the same reaction. But I think some people feel they need.
Would you respond to someone and say, hey, Jess?
I do.
And I do too.
Some people randomly tweet me like, hey, good morning. Just, you know,
Good morning.
I woke up and listened to Hovey Baby, and I wanted to say hi.
Yeah.
I'm at the movies with Just Blaze, and security is like, Just Blaze? like they was stopping everybody. You couldn't bring your camera, you couldn't bring your gun, and you couldn't do nothing. They was frisking you. Security.
Wait a minute. When did you go to the movies with Just Blaze?
I didn't go with Just, but Just happened. We happened to see the same. Avengers.
Okay.
Security guard goes.
Excluded.
Security guard goes. Just Blaze. Just could walk in with his fucking grenades.
Right.
With his grenades.
But see, but afterwards, the dude told me, he was like, yo, I spoke to you on Twitter once and you were dumb cool. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's like you get the same positive, you get the same amount of reaction. If you come positive, you might get a better reaction than try to come at me just to get the go and get me upset. You know, you could it's just I don't understand the point or the process of feeling like you have to come at somebody negatively
Listen,
to get a response.
I just came off tour. there wasn't a show that I did where it wasn't at least 3 fans that said, "Hey, can you unblock me on Twitter? Could you unblock me?" And I'll sit there. I look.
Wait, so you block people on Twitter?
Nobody on Twitter has more people blocked than me. No one.
But why though? If you don't give a fuck, why?
Not Torre?
If you don't give a fuck, why do you block people, man?
So you control what you can control.
Right.
I don't want to see it on my timeline.
Right.
So I block you. So in real life, I would never speak to you again.
Right.
You wouldn't be able to say these things to my face.
Right.
I would take care of it. So I'm controlling my space. I'm blocking you.
This is your personal space.
I'm blocking you so I never have to read your ignorance. It's not because I'm angry.
So they actually beg you to unblock them.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that, B?
That's
the world we live in?
And I say, what'd you do?
Right.
And they say, I said some fuck shit. I did. I said some fuck shit. And I say, all right, if I catch you again. And they be like, no, my bad.
Budden is on some Pope shit. That's some Pope shit right there. Like, okay, my son, you are unblocked.
Opus Dei is Corpus Christi.
It's just funny because your fans will say fuck shit.
Right.
Like, it's not just people that are looking for attention. Your fans, well, I guess they are looking for attention, but
Listen, let's go to a musical break, man. You tuned into the Combat Jack Show, thecombatjackshow.com. We got Joe Budden in the house.
Yeah.
Yo, F your radio. Yeah, you tuned into the Combat Jack Show. We got Joe Budden in the booth today. What up, Joe?
Everything is up.
Get ready
Yo, man,
for
you are being
combat.
very candid, and I am not surprised, man.
I'm candid.
I'm not surprised. Listen, man, you were on a major label. You went independent. You lived both lives, man. Tell us the difference, man.
What is the difference?
What is the difference?
You know what? I'm indie now, and I ain't gonna lie, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you worked harder now than you've ever worked in your life? Yeah, I bet you have.
Your man is saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
is that part of your maturity, or
probably
just
so.
keep
Probably so. Now that I think about it,
keeping your shit popping?
Or is it the fact that you enjoy what you're doing so much that it's not work?
so only sometimes it's work.
Right.
But yeah, like it's a blessing.
Right.
It's just a blessing. Like I forget I get paid for this shit sometimes.
Right.
Honestly.
And that's the best shit ever. Like when
Yeah.
you're doing something that you would do for free because
Yes.
you've done it for
Yes.
free.
Yes. Fuck
And
yeah.
incidentally, you getting paid.
Yeah.
So would you ever go back to like a major?
I don't know. Why? I'd have to hear why.
Right.
Like I had this conversation.
2.7.
No, it wouldn't be a money thing. It wouldn't be a money thing.
So 2.7 wouldn't bring you to a...
But he would never just. That 2.7 wouldn't be coming up front.
I know, but
So
you know,
then what's the point?
At least
When
a
people
quarter of that.
But not, maybe not. That, and that's one thing that always gets me is when people throw those numbers around. Like, oh, he just signed for $5 million. No, he signed for like $50,000.
Yeah.
And if he sells X amount of records and
Of course.
does all his merchandising and his touring, he maxes out his deal.
Exactly.
He will get that amount.
And with that $50,000, he spent $40 on an all gold pedal bike.
Yeah, but that won't make a headline if you
Right.
put
Exactly.
it
Put it
that
that
way.
way,
Yeah, but you
exactly.
know what? I was on a major. I was on a major, and I was making a lot of money, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy because I wasn't able to make the music that I wanted to make, and when I was making it, I had people telling me to go back and make some other shit. So I'm not certain of that. It would have to be on, like Slaughterhouse Going to Shady was perfect because we were able to do what we wanted to do, and that be it.
How was your relationship with M, man? Like, describe your relationship with Eminem, man.
Extremely supportive. Easily the most humble person, one of the most humble people I've ever met. Easily one of the most meticulous people I've ever met. Very soft-spoken.
Meticulous in what manner, man?
Every manner. He's like a serial killer. He's probably 20 times more meticulous than a serial killer would be. I told him, I said, if you wasn't rapping, I'm certain you'd be a serial killer.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, just I've never. He would probably come wipe this. He'd clean this shit. Right now.
So he gets focused.
Like I swear he might have a condition. I've never seen anything like it in life.
And I can imagine that goes into his writing as well.
Yes.
And
his
there you have
writing,
it.
his producing, his mixing, he applies that to everything.
Now, Eminem is no laughing matter. You're working with Eminem. What did you
One of the
pick?
greatest.
What did you pick up from M, man?
So much.
Like what? What?
What's one of the things? Him taught me to let certain bars breathe. Helped a lot with the writing style. Helped a lot on just song making, what he's listening for.
Right.
His ear him and Royce, I mean, that's one thing I commend those brothers for. Their ear for music is just different. They're able to hear different pockets in music that, that us normal people can't hear, which enables them to rhyme the way that they do. So I mean, and as a result, I now hear things differently than I've ever heard them before. It's almost like the comparison between, like, I always admire and am jealous of fans because they get to go to the club and the strip club and hear the radio and just enjoy music. I can't do that.
You can't enjoy
because
music.
It's work. Because when I'm listening to the radio, I'm thinking of work now, and when I'm in the club,
what kind of work? Like what should have gone here? Are you critiquing the music that you're hearing?
Yes. I'm critiquing. Or if I'm not critiquing and it's that dope, I'm now creating. Or I'm wondering who this person is signed to, when is the video coming, what the label is this on, wonder what pub deal. Like, I'm not just cutting my brain off.
He's giving a fucks, internets. He's giving a fucks.
Oh, I give a fuck about music.
Okay.
That's what you're passionate about, of course.
I give every fucking... If you take music off the world, you can take me with it.
Who you listen to these days, man? Who inspires you these days, man?
A lot of R&B. I don't really
like whom?
much.
Like whom, though?
Let's see. A lot of Sade, a lot of Nita.
You got to be careful with Sade, man.
A lot of Prince, a lot of Mike, a lot of Teddy.
Sade will have you cut your wrist.
A lot of Marvin, a lot of fucking, a lot of Sam, a lot of fucking,
Sam Cooke.
Yeah, just music.
You know, it's funny, man. We were talking about, meeting with Ebro earlier today, man. And one of the things I feel is that, for a culture that is so soulful, that is so passionate, that's so creative, there's a lot of soul lacking in today's music, man. That's what I feel, man. It's a very...
In today's mainstream music.
It's very sterile.
Mainstream
and
music.
even as Ebro explained, man, there's now such a high level of science in terms of what's being determined, in terms of what's getting played, man. Do you feel that?
Yeah, well, it's definitely it's definitely science involved in what's getting played.
Right.
I mean, there's an invisible line. Then the line is drawn, and it's not for fans to see. Fans just hear the song and enjoy it or don't like it, and that's the end of it. They don't see all of what goes into why they're hearing it at the time they're hearing it.
Now, I'm enjoying your record that you have on airplay right now.
Thank you.
I really enjoy that record.
It
seems like it seems like an effortless record for you, man.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. T-Minus had sent a batch of beats for Slaughterhouse, and I kind of snatched that one. And I sent it to Tank immediately. He sent it right back. And I was rapping. Again, sort of like Pump It Up. When I heard that beat, I didn't hear big club commercial.
Right.
I didn't hear that with this. I just heard
melody.
This is great. Let me put a melody here, and I'm going to ride the fuck out of this.
Right.
Yeah, it was the same exact shit.
Right. Now you've worked with Just Blaze.
Yeah.
And you guys have had an interesting relationship, man. If you can, man, share how it is working with Just Blaze, man.
Oh, shit, Just is great. I mean, it's outside from him being a great person. I tell the story all the time. When they approached me, prior to making Pump It Up, and they were like, "Listen, man," Skane said, "Listen, I don't just keep it 100 with you. The label's about to drop you if you don't come with another one. So who you want to work with?" And I said, I wasn't even worried. I said, just put me in with Just. Because, that's how I feel about his talent. He's amazing. Easily one of the best producers I've ever seen.
And how about you, Just? I mean,
same. I mean, when we did that, when we first had that first Pump It Up session, I was actually making something else. And I wasn't super crazy about it. The vibe wasn't there. Nobody knew it was really moving. And, you can tell when it's like, if it's not there, when you're making a record, when you're in the initial stages of making a beat, and just getting an idea out. If it's not there within the first 10 minutes or so, it's time to move on.
Right.
Attempted the second one, and it was like, no, I'm not really feeling this either. Then I remembered that I had started this Kool and the Gang flip that originally I was going to do with Freeway and Beans as a follow-up to Rock the Mic. Never got around to it. So I started
Thank God.
Started scrolling through the hard drive on the MP, and I was hit play. It was funny because I knew what I was looking for, but obviously he didn't.
Right.
But as soon as I hit play and that started, he was like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "That's what I was actually looking for." So and it fell together like that.
Right.
Added a couple of extra sounds. He started writing the rhymes right there, and it just fell together real quick.
Right.
And he initially had some controversial, funny. Remember that one part? All I'm gonna say is this: Pump It Up originally was about pumping something up.
Okay. Not
Second
airing
verse.
out?
The second verse.
Yeah, the second verse.
Second verse.
What was it?
Second verse was wild.
My jump off doesn't when I go out.
Yeah,
so
my
much.
jump off was about beating off.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was originally my hand.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
my hand don't
definitely.
want nothing now Valentine's Day, and
Okay.
scanning everybody else.
And it was to say, fuck you, bitch,
Right.
because I'll beat my shit.
Yeah, you pump it up. I mean, it's
Pain in them
and it was
niggas.
like, yeah,
natural.
pump it up.
pause, but it's natural, right?
And then
No pause to that.
Okay.
But then Skane was just sitting there looking at me, and I'm like,
Are we going to put out a rap song about
now,
masturbation?
Skate, these Queens niggas thought that this young Jersey nigga was the craziest
Right.
nigga they had ever
Right.
seen, and he's a wild nigga.
Right.
But yeah, man, we fucking did that record, and again at that age, you know, I had never having had one of those. That one was special. You
Right.
just kind of knew.
Well, it was like Joe Budden has arrived. Like that record was undeniable to the fact that, you know, one of the greats had to jump on it afterwards, man.
Yeah.
Like Jay came on, and some people felt that he bodied the second version, and then you came
Well,
back.
he did body it.
And
He
then
did.
you came back, and Ben Hameen specifically was telling me that.
Yeah, I thought you got him the second time around.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. I mean, you coming up, who's not a Jay fan?
Right.
So, family even jump on the beat. You know, look at the opportunist I was. I was
course.
like, well, shit, yes.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I basically inspired him to jump on his beat.
Well, you know what? Even if it wasn't me who inspired him, the fact that he was on it, and now I could get back on it, like great, works for everyone.
you know what the funny thing is? I just remembered I forgot I had played that for him, and this is when he was doing "Nigga Please" with Pharrell and Chris. So I come in the room, I'm like, yo, there's something you have to hear, right? So he comes in the room, and he's like, oh, this is me. Spit like 6 bars. And I said, but I gotta go finish this Pharrell record. I'll see you later. Right? And then Pump It Up comes out, and he's like, yo, Josh, that shit is hot as hell, but like next time, play it for me first.
Yeah.
I said, but I did.
Right.
He said, no, you did. I said, yeah, remember this? I gotta go finish this Pharrell record. I'll see you later. And he was like, that was that. And I'm like, yeah.
That was that.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Now, didn't you guys have a falling out? You and Just kind of like a.
No, they're falling
I
out.
wouldn't call it a falling
No,
out.
it was actually a mistake that somebody else had made.
What was it, man?
Long story short, I had given Emil used to work with Cudi. I had given Emil a record for Cudi. He had a beat that was named the same beat as my he had a beat that had the same name as my file. So let's just say it was called X. My beat was called XYZ.
Right.
His was called XYZ.
Right.
So when he picked the beat from Joe, Joe had picked the beat from him, it happened to be that beat that had the same name. So he gave
me
Joe-
Just Beat.
Yeah, he gave him the wrong file.
He gave you the wrong
beat
file.
that was meant for Cudi.
Right.
So people started. There was a few people who were familiar with the beat because if you ever go to YouTube and you see the Dear Moleskine J Electronica video, there's a snippet of that beat in the beginning of the video. So people were hitting me like, "Yo, you got a song on Joe Budden album," and I'm like, "I don't." Said not that I wouldn't have one, but I know I didn't give him anything.
Right.
And so, me, I'm not a morning person.
Right.
Like, I get that from my moms. When I wake up, I have to, not read emails or text messages.
You gotta ease into
for
your
the
day.
first hour, yeah. Because the way I will respond at 9 a.m. is much
Not
different
how
from
you
the...
would typically respond. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So I woke up and I was just... I'm heated. And it wasn't a thing where I'm heated like, all right, man, you have beef and me and you have to fight. But it needs to be addressed. But the one reason why I had to address it publicly was because, let's say it was a situation where I find out you talking some shit about me, right? And I find that out third party from a mutual friend or whatever it is. I'm not going to jump on Twitter and air that out. But if it's a record or a situation that has been placed in the public, now I have to take a public stance.
You have to make a statement.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
But my doing that at 9 a.m., having just woken up to a bunch of texts,
Might not have been
calls
the
about
wisest
it.
thing.
Right.
Right.
Because I definitely said more than I normally would have.
Right.
And then after about the third tweet, I was like, oh, I'm doing the morning shit.
I'm in this shit.
Right. So we talked about it. It was all cool,
Right.
but it was really just like I said, miscommunication, somebody else's error, and me not being a more
Right.
person. But we spoke about it on the phone. Everything was all
And what
good.
resulted is you said you had a great respect for justice integrity.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime I see anybody that, especially that I have a relationship with, saying something, the first thing I'm going to look to do is reach out.
Right.
And again, I had no idea it was a Just Blaze beat.
Right.
Like I didn't
somebody,
know.
but see, here was
I
the
didn't know
tricky
shit.
part. Somebody at the label, once it came out, instead of pulling it, they just added my name to the digital artwork.
Right.
And that wasn't my work either.
Right. So that's what had me like. That's actually what had me like. Wait a minute. Because if it was just a thing where it was my beat, but it said produced by Emil, it would have been like, all right, we'll deal with this. But it's being credited as being produced by me, and my thing is, producing is not making a beat.
Right. Yeah, it's
You know
not
what I
beat
mean?
makers.
Right. It's me coming in and saying, okay, we're going to. This is the vision for the record. This is the vision for the record sonically.
Right.
This is
And that's always been how it's been any time. Because me and Just have worked on plenty of records that have never seen the light of day.
Right.
And it's always been that process.
Right.
That he's speaking of
right.
now.
Actually
So,
producing a song,
Yeah.
not just making a beat.
Right.
You know, and being that the record wasn't up to my par, not with his lyrical performance, but sonically.
But
Yeah.
from your end, you're like,
Right.
I can't co-sign that.
Right,
Yeah.
like sonically.
I get it.
That was so. That's where my real issue was.
I get it.
But like I said, we talked
yeah, so
about it.
we
Water
got
Under the
we
Bridge.
got on the horn,
Yeah.
and it was water under the bridge in a matter of minutes.
Now, Joe, man, you have this knack, B, like publicly, you have this knack for landing dimes, B. Like you always have a dime piece in your life, man.
I guess.
Like, and you play that out so publicly, man.
But I play everything out publicly.
Right. But how do your partners feel about playing it out publicly?
Let me just say, Joe Budden is the male Amber Rose. Like Amber Rose fuck somebody, them niggas blow the fuck up.
Right.
Joe Budden fucks some chick, she blows the fuck up.
Wait.
You're the male Amber Rose.
Amber Rose fucks niggas and they blow up.
Look at Wiz. Look at Wiz Khalifa.
You want-
Look
one
at
ex- one
I
Kanye.
said this
example.
earlier. Wiz was already popping.
Wiz is already blown up.
You don't think Amber Rose put more extra
No, I
shit?
feel like they were good for each other in terms of public,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, in terms of public
You don't think
perception.
Amber Rose was Wiz ticket to the major leagues?
No.
No.
You know, got him out
No.
of
I think
got
he was
him
on-
out of AAA. He was playing
She
AAA
was
ball.
ticket to free whipped cream vodka. That's it.
I think he was on his way.
He was playing for the Homestead Grays.
No.
Amber Rose got him.
He had already sold.
No.
He was
Now you
he was
could-
already an icon for
Dallas.
his generation at that point. You're
Dallas,
wild.
you're
You could
wrong,
say that
Dallas.
Joe Budden is the Ray J of the rap world.
You the rage.
That's a different comparison. Yeah, no, Wiz was good.
But what is it about your relationships that attract so much attention, man? Other than you
That's
put
a
it out
good.
there.
Honestly, I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Because that seems to be one of the immediate topics that comes up with Joe Budden. What's he spitting? What's he tweeting? And who's he with right now?
Yeah, but a lot of it has to do with with Tahiri. Tahiri has an attractive personality,
Right.
And that's evidenced. And she's still doing whatever it is that she's
Right.
doing long after me and her split. Some others, the public didn't maybe really care about too often. They
Right.
were just beautiful women.
Right.
This one now, Kaylin, they seem really invested into her.
I
as
mean,
well.
how could you not be invested after that Avi that you put on your Twitter, man?
Easily, you can have shit.
No, like that's when I got interested because and you know the Avi I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Combat, that's when you pumped it up?
It was time.
Right.
That was
I had some pumping up dreams though.
we turned up a little bit.
Right.
Me and
I think
her-
that's beautiful, man.
Me and her both.
I think that's beautiful, B.
No, me too.
Right.
Me too. And I mean, you get a lot of the people. Oh, he doesn't have respect. He this, he that. I don't really give a fuck about.
I mean, to show your face deep in, B.
Strangers say.
That's
that
respect.
picture was hard.
Yeah. Now who takes the
pictures?
What it tasted like?
That was on, that
this
was,
man right here takes the pictures.
No,
you
that
take
was-
the pictures, B.
Sears Portrait Studio.
No. That was we took that with a laptop.
Oh, a laptop.
Laptop.
So
we took that
So,
one.
so you just taping it and then getting screenshots.
making some movies and then you take the
and then
screenshots.
screenshots from the movies.
No.
Yeah.
Though I have done that too. No, the little thing. I never use it on my computer, but girls are really into that shit. Is it photo booth? I don't know what it is. Where it goes 3, 2, 1, and then I've never
Yeah, it's
used
photo
it
booth,
ever.
yeah.
But they always she's a master at that shit.
So she's kind of driving these recent pictures, huh?
Well, no, I can't say that. But the majority of them, I fucking mastermind.
But how do y'all decide to do that, man? Do y'all have a conversation about it?
Not
like,
at all.
No.
It's such a natural thing.
Organic.
It's so organic.
So that particular avatar, how did that come about?
Is it minty tasting?
Did you put it up? Or did she say, put it up? Or like, how did that come up?
No.
How do you have this? How do you have these fucking conversations?
I was making a movie one day. Yeah, I was making a movie one day.
Sex tape.
That's what happened.
I got sex tape.
He's the Ray J of the rap world.
I was making a movie one day, and afterward we were talking about it.
Right.
And she showed me a picture. You know, sometimes the thing you'll think it's on one, but it's on picture, or you think it's on picture, but it's on record.
Right.
She showed me a picture, and I said, "That is a ugly fucking picture," and I was mad about it because it was me eating some pussy, but it was just a really, really, really ugly picture.
That's not how.
And I'm like, yo. That was a great idea, but shit, that looks bad. And she said, well, you act like you won't eat pussy again. I said, wow, you're right. I will eat pussy again. You could just take it again.
Right.
Like, that was groundbreaking for me that she said that shit. So, yeah, she took it. She took it one day.
How'd you guys meet, man?
Shit. We met at my house. We had a pool party in June.
So you had some nice pictures about that pool party.
The pool party was fun. It was a lot of fun. I invited Just. He didn't come. He lost.
I ended up having to go to Europe.
He missed out.
I did miss out.
Oh yeah, I went to that bullshit too out there. I was coming off tour. I was coming off that bum ass.
Exactly.
I was so tight.
Man.
Yeah, me and Just were missing each other by cities, but and you had a wild story out there.
That's when you got arrested.
Yeah,
right?
he got arrested out there. He's a wild nigga.
It wasn't my fault they flipped the car over and burnt it up.
Yeah.
But mutual friend brought her and her sister to the pool party. I had 600 people at my house, so I couldn't really meet everybody.
Focus,
Can I ask you, just knowing intimately where you live, knowing that area, having grown up there, how is it with the neighbors in the city, or just
I hate it.
How are they with you?
I hate it.
But how so? Why is it horrible?
Horrible. I'm targeted.
In what way? Like the police?
The police, the neighbors, everybody.
Folks of color don't live where I know. I grew up where he lives now.
Right.
I didn't know.
People of color don't live there.
Yeah.
Where you at, Joe? Alpine?
No. I was in Totowa.
Right.
I was in Totowa.
okay.
I got out of there, but that's where
you
I
got
was.
out.
So you moved.
I had to.
Right.
It was
like what
becoming.
were some of the things they were doing though?
I mean, the police were. I have relationships now with every cop in that in that area because that's how often they came to my house.
But what were they coming to your house for? Music? What was what?
Music, dogs,
Cars parked everywhere.
for whatever.
Right.
I mean, it got to the point. It was so bad. It was so bad one time where, there are kids in the neighborhood, and all the kids in the neighborhood love me.
That's what it was.
Love my
That's
house.
what it
love
was.
the things that go on at the house.
Right.
One time we tweeted that we were going to have a pool party on Saturday. Well, I tweeted. Friday afternoon, there were signs on every pole on my street saying, you cannot park here. If you park here, you will be told.
Wow.
Mind you,
So just harassment.
It's public parking.
Right.
It indeed was harassment.
They hate.
It was harassment. I mean, these, and I mean, no disrespect, no offense to anybody, but these white people that get their money a different way. They buy these big houses to get away from certain shit, and then they see this young black man across the street blasting music. And I mean, when I say blasting music, I told the cops all the time, you guys do know that y'all are coming here about 10 times a day because I have a Bose box that you can purchase at Best Buy playing in my yard, and I'm on 14,000 square feet. So, I mean, how loud is it really? Like, I'm a good ways away from these people. I mean, it's just real bad situation.
That's crazy, man. So tell us about this new reality show, man.
Shit, I wish I could. I wish I could. I have no idea. I'm going to find out about it when the world finds out.
So you guys
about
haven't? Have you guys shot?
They've been shooting since the summertime.
How do you like the process?
I love it.
Do you know who's on the show? I mean, it's you. It's Tahiri part of this.
Tahiri's on the show. Kaylin is on the show.
How is that? Is it messy? Has it been messy?
Consequence. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Because it's all in the edit. It's all in the edit.
But it hasn't been messy in the shoot.
I mean, it's gotten messy a few times. Right. I mean,
but you can't talk about it, and I respect that.
Not for myself.
Right.
I mean, that's one thing I always said. I'll never go
Catfight?
I'll never go on reality TV and depict myself or black men in a certain way. I just won't do it. So I'm not even worried about how they can't edit me to look like any type of moron, because that's just not how I behave.
And I believe that. I believe that at the end of the day, people say that these reality shows portray you in a certain manner, but you have to give them something to portray.
Yeah, I think it's such bullshit. Like, because I watch the show, I watch it, and Mona gets such a hard time because they say she's bringing down the community, bringing down black people. She's doing all of this shit. But honestly, she's just putting a camera on the fuck shit that's already there.
She gives them a platform.
Like, y'all niggas is acting like fucks.
Right.
And now the world is going to see y'all acting like fucks.
Right.
So, I mean, that's really on you if you want to conduct yourself that way. Not me.
They're not, when we see what we see, it's not like Lil Scrappy and Stevie J or whoever it was that was fighting on the show. It's not like that was a hologram.
Right.
That happened.
That happened.
You know what I mean? And when these other things happen, it's like...
Yeah, that wasn't perpetuated.
Yeah.
Right.
That happened.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, at that point, the only people who are bringing somebody down is yourself.
Of course.
You know?
And I mean, they're not dishonest. They'll tell you, listen, these cameras are never off. Those mics are never off.
So be mindful. Don't show your ass.
Yeah, it's not hidden from you.
When does that air, man?
January 7th.
January 7th. Are you looking forward to that, man? It's right around the corner.
Right here.
Yeah. The commercial starts this Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very much so.
I'm happy for you, man. I have a feeling, man, because your life outside of the music booth has been so grand that this might take you to a different place that you might not even imagine, B.
You might be right.
Right.
You might be right. I mean, I don't doubt my God in any way.
Hollywood?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Are you interested in acting?
I'm open to all of that. Listen, when
Action hero?
When people told me I could sign the Def Jam, I didn't believe it. I thought it. When Tracy came to me and said, "Hey, I need you to do morning show on Hot 97," I said, "Listen, I've never done this shit."
Right.
She said, "I don't care. I just want you to do it."
You got a great
this
radio
shit,
voice,
like,
man.
People opportunities just come, and you gotta kind of just grab the bull by the horn sometimes and go do it.
Right. Now tell us about this album.
No Love Lost. It's an amazing fucking body of work. I know everybody says that because nobody ever says, "Yo, my shit is whack."
Right. No.
Why doesn't anybody say that?
No one has ever said this movie is whack. This show is whack.
I know of one rapper who's ever done that.
Who?
Serious?
MF Doom. It's actually in the intro to the album.
Which album?
He says...
Which album was it?
It was one of the whack. It was like Victor Vaughn or something.
Victor Vaughn, okay.
He says...
This is my rap.
Something to the effect of download this. Don't buy it.
Okay.
I did it for the advance. The back end sucks.
He knew it was some fuck shit.
Oh,
Right.
Interesting.
That's the only time
I thought about that before.
Yeah.
So what are we looking for, man?
This album, I think it connects the dots well. I think with everything that people have seen or heard from me from Slaughterhouse, with everything that people will see or hear from me from the show, with everything that people may know or not know about me, it gives people a great grasp on where I stand today. I mean, even if you're a new listener, because with this mixtape that just came out of Loose Quarter, I've had a lot of people.
I'm hearing good things about that.
I've had a lot of new listeners from this mixtape. They say, "Damn, I'm mad at myself for sleeping on Joe Budden for so long. Damn, let me go download some of his previous work." So I mean, even for a new listener, you'll be caught up to speed very quickly with this album. It's very concise, and it's very concise on three things: love, demons, drugs.
And when does it drop?
February 5th.
February 5th. No Love Lost on February 5th.
Synergy. Internet.
Yes.
Can you spell synergy?
Yeah.
TV show, album.
Love and Hip Hop, January 7th.
January 7th.
Nice.
No clothing line, Joe? Because, right now would be the time to have a clothing line.
Don't put out a clothing
It would be right.
Don't put out a clothing line.
Joe, I want to wish you luck with your relationship right now, but at the same time, I feel like if you don't have another breakup soon, we might not get another mood music for a while.
Yeah, I can't see one coming anytime soon. I'll be perfectly honest.
So you're in a good place. We're going to sleep on that series for a while.
Though? I'm like I say, all of my music anyway stems from some type of mood. It just may be some moods on this album that fans are not particularly used to hearing me speak from, but it's all from a mood. So mood music will never die.
Joe, any regrets?
Oh no, my yesterdays make my today.
No regrets
So I can't,
at all.
No, I can't live with regrets.
That's great.
No.
Who tweets in the rap game better than Joe Budden?
Who does? These niggas can't fuck with me, man.
You got the illest 140 in the game.
These niggas is already trying to jack my cuddle swag out there.
Oh, yeah.
I see it. Hey, don't think I don't see you niggas.
Yeah.
I see y'all niggas trying to jack my cuddle swag.
Cuddle
man.
swag jacking.
Yeah, it's horrible out there.
Okay, so the R is the illest cuddle swag.
It takes the illest nigga to do an R, man. It takes.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. You can't unless a motherfucker was to somehow do a W and an X together.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you'd have me beat out.
Yeah, I don't understand how that could happen.
But yeah, this shit is good.
Good, man. You seem like you're in a great space.
I am.
I'm happy for you, man.
I am, man. I look forward to the next day.
Yo, when your show airs, man, can you come back?
Fuck yeah.
Can we talk about recent developments?
Fuck yeah.
And throwing glasses and drinks in people's faces and the whole nine?
Joe's not doing none of that. Joe's not doing none of that.
You just spectated.
Nah, I might have had to bob and weave a few of them bitches.
So once again, man, Love and Hip Hop?
Yes, Love and Hip Hop, January 7th.
January 7th?
No Love Lost, the album, February 5th. A Loose Chord of the mixtape, out right this second.
Joe, man, pleasure to meet you.
Combat, thank you, my brother.
Nah, man, thank you for coming
and
through.
Slaughterhouse, our house.
House gang.
Yo, what's going on with Slaughterhouse?
Slaugus. I'm hoping we can come in. I'm hoping we can come back in August. Honestly,
Slaugus.
Yeah, Slaugus. I'm hoping we can come back. I just got off the phone with those brothers, and one thing we all agree on: we don't want to take as long with the next one.
Being
we
a lone wolf that you are, how is it working? What is it with the group dynamics? How different is that, man?
They love me for me, so I mean, they know I'm the wild card. They accept it. I love those brothers just for being supportive and just loving. It's like a real unconditional love. If they never rapped again, I'd still fuck with them.
Now, for a group that's relatively new, it seems like you guys instantly bonded and had like a camaraderie.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that we would have moved forward with if not for that chemistry. Because none of us know how to be phony very well. Right. Maybe except for Joel, because that's a talent he has. Like he's able to see a nigga that
Joel is a phony one.
No, but it's a talent. I'm telling you, he can see a nigga that he does not want to speak to. And have a 10-minute conversation. That nigga will never know it. I can't do it. Royce can't do it. Crook can't do it. And every time Joel finished, I'd be like, fuck, I need to learn how to do that. Because people could just sense from me when it's like, they know it is what it is. Right. Not him, though. He's good at that shit. But, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it if...
Explain the interrelationship between you and each of those members. Like, if you were to... Your relationship with Joel.
Joel.
Well,
Joel.
I'm the youngest member, so that they all. Well, no, I can't say that. We all kind of act as I kind of act as a big brother to Joel, because I've been around a little longer, so I try to help him not go through some of the things that I maybe went through early on.
Royce?
And Royce and Crook both play that role with me, like. Me and Royce, it's funny because me and Royce had tension at one point, and now
about what?
Bullshit, rap bullshit.
Right.
It was an all hip hop battle that I didn't go to. I dissed him, whatever. I don't fucking know, but it was tedious bullshit. But I mean, there's nobody in hip hop that I fuck with more. Like that's my brother from another mother. Royce.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm Malcolm. He's Martin.
There you go.
And me and Crook, that's just Crook's just a gangster, man. Crook is the OG. He's the OG to us all. So I mean, it's just a real interesting dynamic and it's really a family, really a family.
Anybody got any questions?
I mean, I see young Juanito's in
What's up,
the booth
Juanito?
right now.
Oh, you got the turntable?
Juan, you got the device with you?
What's up, man?
You got the device? Ah, man, I don't want to
go to break and set that up.
I don't want to hold nobody's ears hostage.
Yo, Joe, man, would you be interested in dropping some gems, man? It's like spitterage, some
shit. I ain't got a bar.
You ain't got a bar?
I ain't got.
Yo, what is it every time some gifted rapper comes to the Combat Jack show right now? They don't want to rhyme.
Wait, whoa.
Whoa.
I want to rhyme.
You want to rhyme?
I want to rhyme, but let me tell you how this works. You know what? You know why? I tell you why. This is how this works.
Yes.
If you spit a verse that fans have heard before, all they do is crucify.
You're not freestyling.
So what about spitting a rhyme from the album that hasn't come out yet?
Oh no, because then when it comes out, then they crucify.
I heard you
all
say
you do
that.
is spit.
But there's full disclosure. It's not. He's not saying it's a freestyle. This is a preview.
Can you give us a taste?
He just carried these turntables all the way upstairs.
Yeah,
Come on,
nothing.
No. I will make a deal with you. The next time I come,
Fire.
I don't have it with me.
So the week of
I had a ratchet
the week
with
of
me.
January 7th, you come through.
I'm in.
Okay, excellent.
I'm in.
You heard that, right? International.
Wait, January 7th? No, that's too close. That's right around the corner. That's the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Closer to the album.
Closer to the album.
Closer to the album.
All right, let's do
I'll come
that.
back.
Definitely, let's do that. Yo,
Deal.
Joe Budden, man, thanks for coming through the Combat Jack Show.
Thank you for
tuned in
having me.
To the Combat Jack
Easily
Show.
the best interview I've done all day. This was great.
That's what people say, man.
Easily.
That's what people say, man. Keep coming back, man. Let your friends know, man.
That I will.
Definitely. Yo,
Ebro, you better knock it the fuck off, too, bitch.
Yo, you were tuned into the Combat Jack Show, thecombatjackshow.com. Let's go to a music break.
What Benjamin said, people did.
Pump it up. You're tuned into the Combat Jack Show, thecombatjackshow.com.
I love when that song Pump It Up comes on. Like, Joe has one of the songs that is part of, I would say, in the top 10 hip-hop party starters. You got to put that up there with Scenario, the remix. You got to put that up there with a...
Put your hands where my eyes can see.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Ain't no nigga.
Wu-Tang Triumph.
I just want to love you.
Shit.
You don't know?
Shit, you hear that motherfucker? And you know why? I kind of figured out Just's routine too, and the way he takes them horns. And when Just uses horns, man, he gets a lot of shit popping. You know, but them fucking horns, man, them horns just come in like ban it. Those are horns, right? Just I mean, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, those are horns.
Okay, because
I'm very much a proponent of the horn.
Hey, Just, man, are you going to be producing any songs for Trinidad James?
Did somebody ask me that recently? Hold on. No, it was another young rapper.
Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! Remix.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. I have not heard that song yet.
You haven't heard the
What?
song?
No. You don't realize? I mean, how long has this been going on for? Like a month now.
About
Yeah,
a
month and a half.
So, fairly
All right,
recent.
now, and how long have I not been here for?
Yeah, about a couple of
Because
weeks.
I've been all over the world.
Yeah.
And they're
I
not
haven't-
playing it?
No, like, well, I mean,
They're not playing it in Istanbul?
no, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
it's
nah.
like, I can tell you what's popular in the south of France right now.
What's
Oh,
popping in the
okay.
south of France right now, Just?
Other things.
Rich people stuff.
French music.
Mandolins?
Yeah,
Women.
mandolins and yes, women.
Buble.
So it's just one of those things where I haven't, and I'm aware of it.
Right.
I've been aware of it.
Right.
But I haven't had a chance to actually just sit and.
Now, you
listen
got
to
to,
people.
you know what? It's
But I'm very interested for a few reasons. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
A, I mean, obviously he's the new darling sensation right
Yes.
now. B, he's only been rapping 11 months.
Uh-huh.
And from what I understand, it's like rap without rapping
Right.
Yeah.
or without rhyming.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, as somebody who's just basically talking on a record rhythmically, like, but
This ain't for no fuck
it's
boys.
right, but it's killing it right now. I'm just curious to see, how he pulls this
Nah,
off.
I don't know that he's not rhyming. I think what people are not considering is that maybe his rhymes are connected through songs
his rhyme pattern.
instead of verses. Like
Like-
he's actually rhyming
gonna
some
rhyme.
shit
Hey,
for
word of the
4
day.
For
songs.
4 songs from now?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you take the lyrics of all 4 songs and superimpose them on each other,
And then
you'll
we
see
catch the
rhymes.
rhyme. Yeah, yeah.
Just like
Genius,
Rakim?
though.
He's thinking. I mean, this is what they say. They say Trinidad James is really from the future. You know, he's like the brother from another
I
planet.
heard the future is from the future.
He's from
Future's
Pluto.
actually not from the future.
He's from Pluto.
He's from Pluto.
I'm looking.
And
Okay, okay.
And I listened to
Not Uranus.
last night. No, he's not from my anus.
I'm talking about the solar system, man. What
Okay,
you
I'm
talking
sorry. I listened to Chief Keef
Combat?
this morning. The album leaked. I listened to it.
It
I
leaked?
mean,
Is it 10? Is it 12 songs of the same kind of?
yeah, I mean,
Did it
nigga,
leak or it shat?
Yeah.
Combat Love Sosa.
Foot up on the sofa. Cállate la boca.
Oh snap!
Oh.
Comen en la chocha. Whatever.
Oh snap! Combat.
Wow.
Yo, man,
Combat.
rap is in a different place, man. I can't call it, man. But it has been.
Looking for some fupas.
It's been an amazing day, man. I mean, what can I say, man? This is a 2-part episode.
I mean, listen. People gonna get this how they get this combat.
They gonna get this work.
They're gonna get this work.
They got this work.
I mean, listen,
At
they-
this point, as we're closing, they got this work.
Yeah.
They got
Work has been
work.
They got this work.
They got it.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you, and I want to thank you guys, man, because I think in preparation for these events, man, like we were behind the scenes, like writing notes and this and that, and the way the team came together this week, man,
Absolutely.
like it was just
Absolutely.
so commendable. A King is not in the room, but A King is just
where's Premium Pete?
I don't
Premium
even wanna-
Pete's not in the room either, but that's all right. I mean, it's not about who's not here.
Right.
Okay, it's not about who's not
It's
here.
about
He's here
who's
in spirit.
Exactly.
That's
angry
right.
spirit.
That's right. Everybody's here. Everybody's
What'd
here.
you say?
I said he's here in spirit. Angry
Of
spirit.
Christmas. Yo, listen, man. Listen, man. This is great.
Oh.
I mean, what we got one more show this year?
You know
knows?
what? For someone that's just listening, You got a whole archives on iTunes.
And where can they find that?
On
They
iTunes.
can find it on iTunes. Search the Combat Jack Show.
Combat
Or
Jack
at the
Show.
combatjackshow.com.
Yeah.
Or at the Combat Jack Show.
CombatJackShow.com.
You know, go find SoundCloud. Find us. We're out there. We are on the internets. Put an S on that bitch. Unless, of course, you're talking about Joe Budden. Just no S on Buttons.
Yo, man, Joe Budden just seems so happy, B.
I mean, he's in a great place.
Have
you seen that woman?
I'm so mad that he's so happy right now.
Well, let's see what kind of music Budden generates
Right.
from this space,
Right.
because I feel like, you know what, everyone is used to Budden being contentious,
Right.
you know, just having a chip on his shoulder, that maybe now in this space he's going to do something with music that he hasn't done previously. Let's see.
And internet, once again, man, this is part 2 of a 2-part episode. You got to go back. If you haven't checked it out already, go back and check out the Ebro interview. I think it was groundbreaking.
I tell you what, Combat, I'm willing to help give these people extra work.
Who?
If people rate and subscribe to iTunes and leave comments, you know what? I think we can just put together a special 2012 best of episode just to drop for the internets.
Who's going to do that work?
Who wants that work?
Who's going to get that work?
Who wants that work can get that
You're
work.
going to get that work.
Are we gonna do?
I mean-
Santa this year? We got to talk about that next episode.
We're going to do Secret Santa. I think the girls next door, Reality Check, want to do a Secret
Yeah.
Santa. And everybody wants Just Blaze to be their Secret Santa for some reason.
Just, I heard you're buying somebody a Hess truck this year.
A real Hess truck.
filled with diesel, real helicopter on the back.
What's up, A King? A King
How
is
you
in the
found out
building.
about that?
So listen,
I used to have a
internets.
mean Hess truck when I was a kid.
I love the Hess trucks.
You sat on a phone book when you drove
Listen,
it.
internets. It's been a long day. It's been a long episode, man. Thank you for the support, man.
Yeah.
You know, to the team, huh?
In the minor leagues or major leagues?
We in the minor leagues, B.
Knocking them out the park.
We in the minor leagues. I love being in the minor leagues.
As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, there's going to be a tremendous minor leagues event next week. All right, December 18th. Duck Down Music. At
that's definitely minor
Williamsburg Music Hall, it'll be Bingo Long and the Traveling All-Stars. Sean Price, Talib Kweli, Pharaoh Monch, Smith & Wesson, a.k.a. the Cocoa Brothers, Flatbush Zombies, Dime a Dozen. All right, if you like great Negro League baseball, if you can remember that shit, if you can remember when Michael Jordan ended up in the minor leagues, if you have a backpack, all right, put that shit on, come out to the music hall in Williamsburg. All right, celebrate the minor league, celebrate the underground.
Nice. I expect a lot of things from Dime a Dozen next year, man.
Dime a Dozen is doing its thing. I mean, phony people.
Phony people.
They
That's
really.
the kid. Now that's the kids. That's the kids coming up.
That's
the next generation.
That's that next generation.
Yeah,
Dime
man.
a Dozen, Joey Badass. I mean, boom, Swank Sinatra, playing Pat What Up. I mean, it does not stop. Combat. It
Don't
does
ever
not
stop. It don't ever stop. Internet's.
Hip hop.
You know what it is, man. Dream them dreams and man up and live them dreams, because a life without dreams is black and white. And the universe flows in Technicolor and surround sound. Blow.
F your radio. F your radio. F your radio. F your. Illuminati!